The most useless animals that evolution forgot to delete. Pandas. Despite being large and strong animals, giant pandas are nature's true layabouts. These cuddly black and white fluff balls have basically mastered the art of chill. Unlike other animals that'll impress you with their weird and wonderful abilities to adapt, giant pandas just said nah to all of that. First and foremost, they are a picky bunch. Their diet consists of almost entirely bamboo and its sister plants. Whoever said variety was the spice of life? This dietary restriction, what we humans call being fussy, limits their adaptability to, well, only living where bamboo grows. This strict dietary code with only bamboo on the menu meant that they stayed in their hometown for those sweet shoots and never moved on. With only 1,600 pandas left in the wild, I don't think their strategy's really working. And that's not all. With all that free time on their hands, you'd at least think that their love life is in check. Well, not exactly. Pandas have notoriously low reproduction rates, and coupled with the difficulty of captive breeding, making more pandas is a slow and painstaking process. Conservationists have gone to great lengths to encourage them to do the deed, even showing X-rated panda movies, with mixed levels of success. How they still exist is hard to determine, but we're glad they do. Sloths. Sloths, the animal equivalent of getting your friend out of the house with a hangover. Renowned for their slow and deliberate movements, moving at a leisurely 0.03 miles per hour, how exactly do these things still exist? Whether they are the Zen masters of the animal kingdom or just a lazybones is up to you, but their sleep routine suggests the latter. Known to nap for 15 to 20 hours a day, that makes your cat's sleep routine look like rookie numbers. Let's give them some credit though, they have fairly decent camouflage skills, often because their fur is covered in algae. Gross, but their laid-back approach to life makes snails look sprightly. Because of this, quite obviously, they are easy targets for predators. With a low metabolic rate and a diet primarily consisting of leaves, sloths also struggle to obtain sufficient nutrients, leading further to their sedentary lifestyle. It's suggested that their slow movements serve as a defense mechanism against predators, but that's like saying I ran the marathon slowly because I was trying to win backwards. Rather like the pandas, sloths are highly dependent on specific environmental conditions. They're the plant-based yogis of the animal kingdom. Ocean sunfish. The ocean sunfish, or mola mola, is a massive and peculiar-looking fish known for its distinctive appearance and impressive size. Weighing up to a whopping 5,000 pounds each, they are gentle giants, which, to be honest, kinda sucks for them out there in nature. Their name refers to their sun-worshipping tendencies, and they can be found often chilling near the surface for hours soaking up the rays. Big isn't always better in the sea. The bigger you are, the more of a target you are. So if you're big, you'd better be badass as well. And the sunfish is not that. Their very unusual shape makes them swim with a certain leisurely attitude. Predators be damned. That said, their unique shape is actually very efficient for low-speed movement, which means that they have to eat less to survive. But, judging by their diet of mostly jellyfish, you'd have to eat a lot of those to feed 5,000 pounds worth of fish. They say that you are what you eat. With the ocean sunfish, it's certainly true, with their body being a weird jelly-like shape. Unfortunately, their large size and regular proximity to the surface makes them susceptible to boat strikes, but the sunfish has become somewhat of a social media sensation because they are the ideal fish to take a selfie with. Axolotls. Axolotls are like weebs. They never grow up. Just kidding. But the technical term for this is neotenic, meaning they retain their aquatic larval characteristics throughout their entire lives. Unlike most amphibians, they don't undergo metamorphosis into a terrestrial adult form, but remain essentially babies their entire life. The axolotl is a fascinating aquatic salamander known for its ability to regenerate body parts. While this regenerative ability is remarkable, it also hinders the axolotl's metamorphosis into a terrestrial adult. This species remains in a larval state throughout its life, making it less adaptable to various environments. Although they are now somewhat popular as pets, in the wild, axolotls face threats from pollution and habitat loss, contributing to their declining populations. Nurse sharks. We often think of sharks as voracious predators, but nurse sharks couldn't be further from that image. Being the sleepyheads of the ocean, they're known to be lazy swimmers and often rest motionless on the ocean floor, earning them the nickname couch potatoes of the sea. Despite their sluggish reputation, nurse sharks have a peculiar way of using suction to slurp up their food, making them the underwater vacuum cleaners of the ocean. Their teeth are so tiny that nurse sharks are harmless to humans. They have comically small mouths and feed on small prey, so they're not considered a threat. Slow loris. Meet the slow loris, the James Bond secret agent of Asia. With a license to chill and eyes that could rival any secret agent's night vision goggles, this primate knows how to navigate the dark jungles with style. Whilst it's perhaps not as useless as some on this list, its cute appearance and slow movement make it vulnerable to poaching. In the ways of defences, it does have poisonous elbows. I know, crazy. But instead of using that on nasty predators, new research shows that they actually use it on their own species, with 20% of lorises having recent bites from other lorises. Unfortunately, their population has declined in recent years due to illegal trade for their cute but deadly appearance. Koalas. The koala is often celebrated for its cuddly appearance, but let's be honest, they kinda suck at life. Native to only Australia, the koala spends most of its time in trees asleep, rather like the sloth. Although often called bears, they're actually marsupials. Koalas have one of the smallest brain-to-body ratios of any mammal, and what's worse, their brains are literally smooth. Unlike most mammals which have folded brains to increase the surface area for neurons, cramming more computing power in the same skull essentially, koalas are so dim-witted that if you present them with leaves plucked from a branch laid on a table, they don't even recognize it as food. In a room full of potential food, they would starve to death. Known for their strict eucalyptus diets, the koala's digestive system is specialized to break down the tough leaves of these trees, but they're stuck with only those leaves, meaning they never, leave. That's fine, you might say. Plenty of animals are like that, and this is true. Many herbivorous mammals have adaptations to cope with the heavy toll placed on their teeth for grinding. Rodents have teeth that never stop growing, and cows have stem cells in their jaws that regenerate teeth. Koalas, on the other hand, have a different solution. When their teeth inevitably grind down from the tough vegetation, they resolve the situation by starving to death. Interestingly, koalas also have a higher than average quantity of cerebrospinal fluid in their brains. Researchers believe that this is to protect their tiny brain in the event that they fall out of a tree. An animal with its own crash helmet. What on earth? And that's it for today's video, folks. Thanks for watching. See you next time.